Mr. Jerome Powell back at it again. Looking in the rearview mirror, a lot of us are going, what data are you looking at? Where are you coming from? What's going on, right? What's everybody? Welcome back. It's another week. It's another episode of The Brief with your one and only Kenny Simpson. And boy, this week, look, I'm just going to pull it up and just I wasn't going to do this, but let's just pull it up, right? Okay, here we go. Economic data this week. We've got job openings, consumer confidence, home price index, ADP unemployment, GDP revision, trade balances, retail inventories, wholesale inventories, jobless claims, personal income, personal spending, non-farm payroll, hourly wages, all that stuff. Guys, basically what we have is a shit ton of data, excuse my French if I could say that, coming out this week that, yes, will affect rates and the market, the volatility. So is it going to be a volatile week? Yes. There's a lot of stuff coming out. But last week, the big thing that everybody's waiting around is Mr. Jerome Powell, right? And so we're going to get into that shortly. But that was the big talk. We're going to jump into that. A lot of stuff he's saying. Everybody feels like he's looking in the rearview mirror. He's kind of flying blind when we can use GPS. And he's saying the housing's recovering. And we're kind of like, are you talking about another country? Because we're here in San Diego. We're here in the U.S. We're not sure what the hell you're talking about because we look at this shit day over day, week over week, and we're not seeing that. So anyways, but like normal, let's jump into it. What do we always go over? Here we go. Last week, we're at 2697 for new listings for the week. This week, 2764. Ooh. 434 new, 368 recent sales, 367 pending. Inventory, it's the same old story. It ain't going away. Come on, guys. You drop the rates low, everybody refied, everybody bought, you raise the rates, and everybody's sitting here at 92% of you at 5% below, and 75 at 4% below, and 3% below is 30% or something. You guys are sitting pretty, you're not doing anything, you're chilling, you're like, peace. I'm not doing anything. So we got stuck inventory. I wouldn't do anything either. The big talk is 8% rates. 8% rates. Are rates going to go to 8? Look, depending on your credit score, if you put 5% down a conventional rate and you have a shitty credit score, you're probably looking at 8% because of all the hits our lovely government put in there. So are 8% rates there? Sure. Depending on what lender you're going to. Well, I'm a wholesale. I got lenders that are priced a half point higher than me. I do quotes all the time. People are shopping me. Hey, I love it when somebody sends me a rate that's a point higher than mine. It's very easy to beat. So make sure you're shopping your loans around. But I don't have 8% rates, not even on investment properties. We're below that. So thank goodness there. Yeah, maybe non-QM, you're seeing rates in the 8s, but we still got in the 7s, again, depending on what you're looking at. We're locking in people, DSCRs in the 7s on investment. That's DSCRs. That's not full doc. That's not bank statements. So rates are still, I say we have the best of the crap. So I think they're pretty good for what's out there, but do your homework. How's this? Homeowners, future homeowners, people of the United States. 37% of people, I don't know, there's a survey done, consumers, borrowers, people out there, think that we're going to have a 2008-like crash in the real estate market. Look, maybe you're right. What would that mean if we were going to have a crash like 2008? Well, let's just go over a couple hypothetical things. Number one, probably have to have a nasty recession where a lot of people lose their jobs. Number one. Number two, we'd have to have inventory pickup a lot. Not even here in San Diego. You need depending on where you are, but nationwide, double, triple the inventory possibly. Bad job market, layoffs, high inventory, maybe rates not really coming down, but if you have a bad recession, rates are coming down. A lot of people losing their homes, foreclosures, short sales, people fire selling properties, things like that. We'd have to have that kind of event. So something gnarly, something nasty, something unprecedented, something unpredictable, maybe a pandemic, COVID 3.0 or whatever the hell you want to call it. But to have a 2008 crash, you got to remember that was builders built more than ever. Inventory is super high. Demand fell off a cliff. We gave a bunch of shitty loans out. 35% loans were on adjustable rate mortgages. Those were terrible adjustable mortgages. The option arms. We had credit scores were 100 points less than they are now. The borrower profile was 80% worse. So guys, you would have to have a lot of stuff to happen. Don't get me wrong. Could you have some type of housing slowdown or pullback or flattening? Sure. If you get a lot more inventory, absolutely. Because that's the big question. If rates go low, that should unlock some of the inventory. I agree. But remember, 92% of people have a 5% or less. 75 or so have a 4% or less. And also remember, they paid less for the house, their taxes are less, their insurance are less, their payments are less. Those are 4 big things. So death, divorce, partner split up, all that stuff, job relocation, people, that's when they sell their house. Or they're keeping it now because they have such a low cost. It's like an annuity or 401k, and they keep it and rent it out. And I agree with it. Some people have a 15-year fix and they're still making cash, or a 30-year, and they're keeping it. They're like, hey, I'll just pay this off and there's a retirement. Why not? Because if you got a house, say take San Diego, and you're getting $5,000 a month rent, and you pay it off in 20 years, that rent's probably going to be $8,000. You have a house free and clear. It's a pretty good annuity to kick off every month. What else is going on? Foreclosures, mortgage delinquencies are at all-time lows. That's not helping your 2008 crash, people. It's not. Credit scores and rates. You know, the government, as there's this viral stuff going around where the LLPAs, the loan level price adjustments, that's so when you guys see your rate, there's like numbers on the back and just call it margin. If you had a 740 and above, you'd get the same pricing. So now there's buckets of 720, 740, 760, 780. So does credit matter with rates? Absolutely. Look, if I get somebody's credit score and they're at a 719 or a 679, 739, a 759, I always look, and on our credit scores, guys, because of technology, it's great. It tells you you can improve your score by 10 points or 15 points or 5 points. Sometimes it's paying down a little credit card or doing this or doing that. Sometimes it's no money. It's moving this credit card to another credit card, whatever. All you're doing is playing around with your liabilities, manipulating them a little bit to get your score up. And that score from a 740 to 780, yes, we do this all the time. That could be a quarter better in rate, maybe even more, depending on your scenario. So if you have a score and you're right on the cusp, I'm always pushing. I'm always trying to get it up. It's very easy. Why not? I'm trying to save you guys money and give you a better rate. So make sure your lender, your LO is doing that for you. That's huge because it does matter. Obviously, I mentioned before, it's the big news for economic data. A lot of stuff going on this week. So stay tuned to, news and to my stuff. So if you're not on my social, you'll be following me, but a lot of stuff coming out. Watch rates, watch closely, a lot of volatility. One of the funny things is that we have an affordability problem right now. So first-time home buyers, huge affordability problem. And the number one thing that they're turning to is the best bank in the world. Have you guys heard of this bank? It's called Bank of BOMAD. It's a bank you never heard of, but it's a bank you've heard of. Anybody want to guess what Bank of BOMAD is? Ready? Bank of BOMAD is B of A, so Bank of Mom and Dad. There you go. So first-time home buyers are crushing it with mom and dad. They are giving them gift for a down payment. They are going on the loan as co-signers, whatever. They're paying the house in cash and they'll refi after. I mean, there's people getting $50,000, hundreds of thousands, $1 million. Oh yeah, depending on the level your parents are at, they're helping you out. They're co-signing, right? They're going in and buying investment property. So Bank of Mom and Dad is the #1 bank in the world. It's huge. A lot of people ask, how do you talk to your parents? How do you ask for money? I always say this, go to your parents with a plan, right? So if you're going to your parents and you don't know what kind of place you're going to buy or what it costs and all this, look, get with a lender, get pre-approved. And if you need them, we bring them in the deal. We show them, here's the purchase price of $750, Dad. Here's what the breakdown looks like. Here's the closing costs. Here's the rate. Here's the term. Here's the payment. I can do this. I have $25,000. We're going to need $40,000. Or, hey, I got the money. Dad, I got the down payment. I got the credit. I just don't have enough income. I'm at a 60 DTI and I need you to co-sign to be at this. But look, remember I'm going to get a roommate, Jeff and Joe. They're going to help pay so I can afford this, but I can't qualify. Can you help me, Dad? Bank of Mom and Dad is always there to help. You just got to know how to ask and you got to win them over. But you also bring the data, bring the facts, bring a loan officer, your agent on there. It really helps. Last but not least, the last minute or two, Powell. Jerome Powell, spitting fire. Let's be honest. Not much new with the talk. Very same language, very same demeanor. Probably one more rate hike in the guy because he's just going to do it, I'm guessing. I feel like he's Paul Volcker 2.0. But the other thing is that he's looking at data. He says the housing is recovering nicely or some comment like that. We don't even know where he got that from. He's looking at a lot of data that's old. I listen to a lot of economists, a lot of very smart people that worked at the Fed that are economists, money managers, real estate people, getting their feedback from Jerome Powell. I listened to not all the speech, some of it, and it's very clear that a lot of the data and stuff he's saying is from the past. It's like, so is he going too far? Most likely. Is he going to have to pull back sooner? Most likely. Are rates going to drop in next year? Most likely. So what happens when the rates drop? They go to 5, let's say, right? Inventory is going to go up. Hopefully buyer demand is going to be off the chart. Some people are predicting housing is going to crash next year. Some people are predicting it's going to be flat. Some people are predicting that it's going to go up 6%. Some people saying 10 to 15 because we're going to get all these buyers. Inventory is not going to kick up enough because the rates aren't going to be good enough, but the buyer demand is going to be huge. And boom, house appreciation. So If you're sitting on the sideline to buy a home and you want to know, just think about it. Most people think that you will pay more for the house, have more competition, but the rate will be lower. So compare the payments. So if you're buying a $900,000 condo and it's $1 million and the rates are 2% lower, is it better? Just run the numbers and see. But otherwise, that's it, guys. Appreciate you watching. Appreciate the love. Have a good week. Remember, watch out, watch the news, watch the data, watch my feed. A lot of stuff coming out this week. We'll see what's going on with rates, everything else. Hopefully, we get a little rate pullback. It would be nice to get that 10-year under 4%. Give you guys some relief, whether you have to refi or buy. But my name's Kenny Simpson. I can help you. Please reach out. Otherwise, have a good week. Talk to you guys soon.